Well, that would explain why she's in the Marvels.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Will, and I am here to give my spoiler review for episode 6, the finale of Miss Marvel. This is entitled No Normal, I believe. I didn't look it up. I forgot. It was like Not Normal or No Normal. It's one or the other. This is a spoiler review, as all of these reviews have been, and I want to thank you so much for everyone who has watched all of the spoiler reviews for Miss Marvel. Hopefully you've enjoyed the series as much as I have. I think it's been a wonderful sort of change of pace, a coming-of-age story in the MCU with some really major ramifications for not only the Marvels, but for a certain group of people making their debut in a few years as well. So, before I get into the spoiler review, I just want to say thank you so much for checking out this and all of my videos. I really do appreciate it. If you are new to the channel and this happens to be your first time checking me out, hi, my name's Will, and I do geeky shit on the internet. I do reviews, reactions, discussions, gaming, drinking, a whole bunch of different stuff, but I try to have a lot of fun, and I hope you have a lot of fun watching me as well. So if that happens to be your bag and you like to hear it from a Geeky Bear's perspective, why not subscribe to the channel? I am trying to get to 500 subscribers this year. I would love to hit that goal, but I can't get there without you. So if you do enjoy this, maybe give me a like, maybe share it around the internet, maybe subscribe to the channel. So I'm going to do again, like I did for the spoiler review for Thor. We're bringing back the timer. We're going to do 12 minutes. I hope it's enough time. I'm not going to dilly-dally because I know we all want to talk about those two big moments at the end of the episode. So let's get started. This episode does pick up with Kamala and Bruno on the run, trying to escape from damage control as they're hunting them down and basically tearing the city apart in the process. Kamala does finally reveal her secret to the rest of the family, albeit her mom kind of let the beans spill already, so it was kind of anticlimactic. Before she can go out to help Bruno and Kamran, once she hears from Nakia that they are in trouble, her mom does gift her with her superhero outfit, which I kind of speculated that that's where we were going, especially once her mom discovered her secret. And it's very surprising that the entire family is so supportive of her doing this, but they just want her to be careful, and that's all any parent can do. So it's a real big switch from the beginning of the season where they were super protective of her, but I guess that was just them not realizing that she was growing up, and that's kind of, it's a nice sort of full circle moment, and also full circle moment when she actually is wearing her own superhero outfit, and we get sort of a call back to the first episode when she's standing in front of the mirror in her Captain Marvel cosplay, whereas now she is her own superhero, she is in her own outfit, and you can see the level of confidence in her face, and just her overall growth is just a culmination of everything from the entire series, which is really fantastic. Kamran's powers are out of control. He doesn't know what's happening, and he's also, it gets a lot worse once he finds out what happens to his mother later in the episode, but they eventually do make it to the mosque where Nakia and everyone are there trying to help protect them and hide them out from damage control, who is just out of control. They're just, being complete jerks about this, and it's really mainly on the one lady, I forget her name. She's the one kind of calling the shots, even though the other guy, forget his name too, he was the one trying to tell her to kind of back down. This all blows up in their face in a glorious moment at the end of the episode, which I'm just very happy about. Once Kamala meets up with Bruno and Kamran, they're able to kind of hatch a plan at the high school to try to take down damage control while also getting Kamran to safety, where she does call Kareem for a little bit of help, and he's able to get Kamran out of the city if they can get him to where they need to get him before midnight, that sort of thing. So they got a deadline, and we finally get more of our visual representation of how she plans stuff, and the animation style that was really prevalent in the first episode that kind of went away for like the next 4 episodes, which was kind of disappointing. But we finally get that back during the planning stage with Kamala and Nakia Bruno, Kamran. Also, Amir's there because, according to their parents, he needed to be there as a chaperone, which was kind of funny because she's a superhero and needs a chaperone. But I enjoyed that part. And also, the other girl, the one Kamala saves during AvengerCon. Forgot her name too. It's right here. She's there to help too. She apparently figured out it was Kamala as well. Again, this does not equally make the greatest disguise. It's really nice because they all kind of band together using their own tools and things that go to their advantage, like her large following on TikTok and Instagram. They're able to rally the whole community to help not only assist Kamala with trying to fend off damage control, but also just rally together as a community to protect their new superhero, which is something I kind of speculated in earlier episode reviews, that was kind of a moment I was hoping to see in this. So we get this like Home Alone style sort of takedown of damage control, albeit it doesn't go all according to plan, and it puts Kamran and Kamala and the firing squad of damage control in front of the entire community, with everyone recording on their phones and stuff like that. It's crazy, and it doesn't help that Kamran's kind of gone off the deep end a little bit when he finds out that his mother is dead, and he kind of just starts lashing out at everyone. It's a sign of his grief, and I get it, but dude, you're not making the situation better. But Kamala really she steps up in the moment. She embiggens, and we get kind of a little bit larger version of herself, completely clad in the Nor energy and stuff like that, which becomes a lot more interesting once we find out a little something about her. She's able to help fend off not only the DODC, but also Kamran and get him to calm down, and helps him escape, while also really flexing her muscles and preventing a lot of people around them from getting hurt. They help Kamran escape. She's able to escape with the help of the community, and it really kind of looks bad for the DODC, which the one agent who went rogue gets really like a scolding to, and just completely, the DODC is just in trouble, and they're probably not going to be a threat for a while, thank God. I wanted to kind of breeze through that because let's talk about the two biggest things that happened in this episode. So, as we're wrapping up, the first major revelation comes from Bruno. Bruno has accepted the offer to go to Caltech, so he is leaving, and he also has the car that Kamran had because obviously he's not going to use it. He does make it to Karachi, meets up with Kareem, and hopefully we'll get some help and get some control over his powers. Maybe we'll see him if we get a season 2, in more of a control, and maybe on the path to like some sort of, redemption for his outburst, or maybe as a growth as another hero. That would be pretty awesome. But before Bruno leaves, of course he doesn't admit to his feelings to Kamala, which is kind of sad, but maybe, again, season 2. And I'm also glad Nakia and Kamala kind of squashed their beef. Kamala sincerely apologized for not confiding in Nakia. Nakia understands, and they move on because they're in a life or death situation during the whole high school thing. But as Bruno is leaving, he does reveal to Kamala that he did a little bit more digging into her DNA because of some curiosities from her brother Amir, who was wondering if he has Nor energy too. Come to find out that we are not dealing with Inhumans, because they have made it abundantly clear they do not want to do anything to Inhumans. What it does find out is that her DNA, like he said in episode 2, was unlocked by the bangle, and that it's not necessarily normal, and he purposely says it is a mutation. So she is not an Inhuman, she is a mutant, and not only any mutant, she's the very first. So this is a huge change from Kamala Khan's origin in the comics, because in the comics she is an Inhuman, and since the MCU wants nothing to do with Inhumans, they're just shifting it to make her a mutant, which actually would make kind of sense, because that would mean her and Wanda are both mutants, technically. They haven't confirmed that Wanda's a mutant, but this is the first one where we've gotten confirmation of a mutation. Could they spin it some other way? Potentially, but we don't know. But the other big thing is, it is the post-credit scene of the episode where Kamala's back in her room after, I guess, doing some superhero around the neighborhood. Mom tells her to work on her homework, and she starts to see the bangle on her wrist glow and pulsate, and she all of a sudden she flicks her wrist and is like thrown back into her closet. But it's not Kamala who steps out. It is Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, played by Brie Larson, with a really nice new suit. I really actually like the more sleeker designed suit that she's wearing. It is a little bit of a less bulkier version of her one from Endgame and from the post-credit scene of Shang-Chi. And I like her hairstyle too, where half of it's like braided and stuff. It looks really good. She looks good. And she's very much taken aback by being in a room with her face all over the place, and quickly says, no, 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 no. And she runs out of the room. And then it says, Miss Marvel will return in the Marvels coming out next year. So that's a hell of a post-credit scene, and it perfectly sets up what we can expect from the Marvels and why Miss Marvel is a part of this movie. I was never sold on the idea that she was just going to all of a sudden be plucked out of obscurity to go on a space adventure. Her parents probably wouldn't allow that, even though they are super supportive of what she's doing. This makes so much sense. It puts Captain Marvel back on Earth, because she hasn't really been on Earth in a while, according to what most people have said. Not only that, she's got to go save somebody who's just swapped places with her someplace in the universe. And that would also explain why her parents are going to be in the movie as well. And it would make sense that she's going to need help probably locating her. Who else would you call that you know of that's on Earth but Monica Rambeau, that you have a past relationship with through her mother? However, she probably does not know that Maria has passed away. It's just an assumption. She might have known, and that's going to cause some beef there, because we all know that Monica has issues with Carol, just basically for not being around when her mom probably needed her. Well, maybe Monica doesn't know that. We'll have to wait and see. But those are two huge revelations at the end of this, albeit really good season of television. I mean, the 6-episode format is still kind of rough, because everything does feel kind of rushed in certain instances. Because even as much as I love the fact that the family is being super supportive of Kamala and her exploits now, it's a very quick 180 from the first 3-4 episodes of the series to go from, oh, you're grounded, or, oh, we don't know what's going on, to, oh, we know we know you have powers now, but we're going to be okay with you using those powers and putting yourself in danger. So it is a huge shift between the two opposite forces from the beginning to the end of the season. It's a welcome shift, but, it is something that is very rushed, but that just has to do with that you're only given us 6 episodes. And like I said in the previous 2 reviews, I really hope that we do get a season 2, because after this, and now that she is someplace in space, it is going to be very interesting to see what her mindset would be after this adventure. Because obviously she's going to have to figure out where she is and what's going on, while also having to meet your idol, probably go through an adventure, and then come home. And who knows what the mindset of her parents are going to be after a really tall, superpowered white woman just popped up in their daughter's bedroom. That's a lot to take in such a short amount of time. So this finale was really well done. It was very action-packed. I liked that we just had, it wasn't a lot of misdirection of things going on. Everybody's motivations made sense. It was nice that people rallied behind not only Kamran, but the community rallied behind Kamala as well. I'm glad the DODC got taken down a peg. Hopefully they're just going to be on the back burner for a while, because they've kind of, for me, my mindset of going with the concept of damage control really overstepped to more of a worse version of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I didn't like that. And it was just like, come on. So, having your organization attacking a bunch of kids and invading a holy place like a mosque does not look good for you in the public eye. So I don't think people are going to appreciate that, even if they're still dealing with the results of like the blip and, you know, stuff like that. So it's interesting to see if we do get a season 2, how that's going to go, because is Bruno going to move back? You know, how is Kamala going to balance high school with being a superhero now, with a good number of people knowing her identity, because people aren't talking, but people know. And then what kind of villain will we have, and would we also lead more into, you know, exploring more mutants in the MCU at this point, since it is confirmed she is now a mutant and not an Inhuman. And little thing I missed during the episode, but apparently once Bruno says mutation, you can hear the X-Men 97 theme slowly playing in between that when the camera's panning onto Kamala. So I should have paid attention to it. I missed it. It kind of sucks, but yeah, those are the major talking points of this episode. That Kamala is confirmed a mutant, one of the first ones to be confirmed in the MCU, and she's also just been thrown halfway across the galaxy, and Carol Danvers and Monica Rambeau are going to have to go rescue her and probably try to figure out what the hell else is happening in the Marvels coming out next year. We are getting X-Men 97, the continuation of the animated series. That's supposed to be premiering sometime this fall, because I think they're going to be revealing some of the first footage at Comic-Con, which I think is this coming weekend. So that's actually pretty exciting. So look forward to that sort of thing. That is my review of the finale. Again, I didn't really break down everything beat for beat. I just talked about the stuff that really kind of excited me. And of course, I wanted to give enough time for those 2 major reveals and the end of the episode and the post-credit scene. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for checking out this video and all of my videos. I really do appreciate it. Again, if you were new to the channel and this is your first time and you enjoyed this and you like what you see, why not subscribe? I really appreciate it. Like the video, share it around. Any support is appreciated. It really is. You can follow me on a lot of different social media platforms listed at the end of this video. I do have a ton of videos on this channel right now that you're more than welcome to check out. I just posted my non-spoiler and spoiler reviews for Thor Love and Thunder. Those are on the channel right now. I have 2 new retro reviews that are on the channel, one for a Goofy movie and one for X-Men First Class, since we're talking about mutants now. That is on the channel right now. I hope you will do me the honor of checking those out. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. As always, until next time, I will catch you later. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you did like this video, why not give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends? You can subscribe to the channel by clicking on my gorgeous little face right over there. You can follow me on all the various social media platforms right below. And last but certainly not least, if you've got a few extra minutes, why not check out one of the lovely videos floating right over here. Later.